Welcome back to Adams Field. It's halftime. Quincy leads Wayne State by the score of 10-7. I'm Tony Ortiz, and I'm pleased to be joined by Kevin Ketels. He is the Director of Entrepreneurship and Innovation Programs for the Belinsky Entrepreneurship Learning Laboratory. He's also the Associate Professor teaching for Global Supply Chain Management at the Ilitch School of Business at Wayne State University. First of all, very nice to meet you, and thank you for joining us here this afternoon, Kevin.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
Well, let's start with this. In August, the second annual Ilitch School Startup Technology Pitch Competition was announced. For those who may not know, Kevin, what is the competition all about, and how was it created?
It's for any Wayne State student who is interested in pitching a business idea that's enabled by technology. So it can be any student of any major. And in fact, we encourage students of different majors to collaborate and work together towards this competition. There's a $10,000 first prize, so you should definitely participate.
For students who are interested in competing, what's the next step for them?
The first thing they do is the competition. The first round is due in February. It's not due till then. So right now you should be putting together your teams, thinking about your ideas. We have workshops that you can attend to learn about how to put together a pitch. So all you got to do is reach out to me at the Mike Ilitch School of Business, and I'll set you up.
Kevin, why has the Mike Ilitch School of Business become such a cornerstone for Wayne State University?
Well, one of the strategic priorities of the university is entrepreneurship, and this is a focus of our program, is to help students come up with an innovation mindset in order to build new ideas around business.
How important is that new mindset and entrepreneurship in general for a city like Detroit and for America?
For really any region and for any city to thrive over the long term, we have to continually think of new ideas and new businesses. We don't want to stay with the old businesses because, sometimes they shrink or they go away. So we want to continue to innovate.
Kevin, how can students learn about funding for startup companies?
We have something called Warrior Ventures, and it's a student-run venture capital fund. And what happens is the students, they analyze companies and they make an investment in actual cash in those companies. And we watch those investments grow and bring a return back to the university. So it's a chance for them to understand how do we analyze companies and how do we learn about that investment process.
Kevin, how important is to have relationships with businesses in the Metro Detroit area for this program?
This is a really important thing for us because we want students to be able to have good experiences, have learning experiences with businesses and entrepreneurs.
Every time I do an interview at halftime, the band decides to show up, so there you go. Are there courses or programs that you recommend for students who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs?
One more time.
Are there any courses for students that you would recommend if they're interested in becoming entrepreneurs?
Right. We've got a minor in entrepreneurship that any student of any major across the university can take. And so you can take some entrepreneurship classes and you can be exposed to that entrepreneurial ecosystem. So we take you into the tech hubs and we introduce you to venture capitalists and funders and other founders through this program. It's a great experience no matter what your major is.
You had a long career in business. What attracted you to the Mike Ilitch School of Business?
Well, I think Mike Ilitch School of Business is so integral and important to the city of Detroit because we're really the future. For this city to thrive, we need our students to do well and stay here and build new businesses and build a future here in the city of Detroit. And I love being a part of that.
You know what? You mentioned that about students staying here and about entrepreneurs developing here. It's important because the Wayne State Mike Ilitch School of Business, a lot of people graduate from there, end up staying here and becoming entrepreneurs and business owners here in Detroit, don't they?
That's the special thing about Wayne State is our students, we tend to stay here and we build in our own city and we can build something special for us and for our kids and for the next generation.
So, I'm kind of curious, based on your long career in business, what kind of changes have you seen in recent years in business and in entrepreneurship?
Well, the ecosystem in Detroit for entrepreneurship has really matured. We have a lot more support for anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur, and especially for students. So students should know that this is a place where you can be supported and you can build your own business, and there's a lot to help you do that.
I know you have a little bit of a knowledge of supply chain management, so I'm going to lean on your knowledge here. Have we finally shaken the supply chain issues that dogged us during the COVID-19 pandemic?
You know, a lot of it has smoothed out, but there are other things that are happening right now that are causing a lot of disruption, like the tariffs and not understanding, when the tariffs are taking place and what are they. And normally these types of things are negotiated over years and years. And right now companies are having to respond very, very quickly to try to figure out what's happening and where do you locate manufacturing, where can you buy stuff from. It's become very complicated.
And as one person said a long time ago, when there's chaos in the business world, that's bad for businesses because people want to know, especially if you're running these companies, you want to know what's ahead. You want to know what to expect. With chaos, you have no clue what's to happen.
That's right. Companies like stability. Like they like to know how much is it going to cost for me to buy these parts in order to build whatever I'm building. And when they don't know that, they have a really, really hard time figuring out how much are they going to grow, how much can they invest, and things like that.
Kevin, final question for me. What's the future of the Mike Ilitch School of Business in your mind?
The future is really, really bright. We've got great faculty. We've got great students. Our enrollment is up and surging, and our students are doing great things there.
Kevin Ketels, thank you very much for joining me again. Kevin Ketels. I tried to memorize this, Kevin, but I couldn't because this is long. Director of Entrepreneurship and Innovation Programs for the Belinsky Entrepreneurship Learning Laboratory, Associate Professor teaching for Global Supply Chain Management at the Mike Ilitch School of Business at Wayne State University. You are probably easily the most titled person I've ever talked to at halftime. Kevin, thank you very much for joining us here at halftime here at Adams Field.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks.
Kevin Ketels joining us here at halftime. Wayne State trails Quincy 10-7. We'll get you a second half preview with Sean Belinsky and Kevin Breckmacher. That's coming up right now on the Wayne State Warrior Network.